LTS.
Kick back, relax, and enjoy the LTS podcast.
My best friend.
Salutations, everyone. Marcos here, and welcome to the LTS podcast. And today we are the big three, starting with Sensei Alan. Alan, please introduce yourself.
What's going on, guys? My name is Alan. Hi, and glad to be back. And I can't wait to get this conversation started.
And last but not least, Mr. J.
Yes, 'tis I have returned to bring good news, everyone. He bears gifts.
Knowledge.
Basically. The greatest of news, I should say.
So what do you guys want to talk about?
You want to get into the notes, or you guys want to start off with just information that we've gathered from
Or like
this week?
something like, let's start with something that's not in the notes.
Okay,
I would
personal.
say.
Yeah, personal. Let's go with Alan. You comfortable deleting this one?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, I can talk about cookies. I can talk about Krispy Kreme. I can talk about short ribs right now. I've been on this food craving on some other thought process. But also, besides the food aspect, I also wanted to get your guys' input about, obviously, firstly, the Apple event that they just recently had. And also, I do want to get your thoughts about what are you guys doing to prepare for this upcoming fall. I know, your wardrobe might change, maybe footwear. I don't know. What's your fashion sense and tips and tricks for our listeners out there?
I mean, Jose, would you like to put your 2 cents? I'll be last because I gotta think about this one.
Oh, why you always gotta think?
Don't think, do.
Well, if you want one thing, some very sad news that recently happened is, the Queen of England has passed. How long has it been? 70 years of being the monarch.
Yeah.
It came to an end. When was it? September 8th?
Yeah, on Thursday?
Yeah, because I think they're a few hours ahead.
As of this recording,
they're a few hours ahead of us over here. So as of recently, at least to the recording, now, I think they call him King Consort Charles, and Queen Consort. I forgot what his wife's name is.
Is it on probation right now before becoming king or something like that?
No, so they have a few plans laid out for what happens when a monarch, or specifically even Queen Elizabeth, passes. One of the first thing is to announce it on, I think, the BBC, or first Buckingham Palace themselves are going to announce it, and then on BBC, the passing of the Queen. As I say,
just to elaborate,
didn't they crown him already?
Oh, that's going to happen.
That was in the burial. He gave his speech. That's all.
Yeah. So,
he gave a eulogy,
yes.
Here's what's going to happen. So on the day that she died, the royal house for the Buckingham Palaces announces to the public of the Queen's death. Now King Charles is supposed to succeed to the throne upon his mother's death, and he'll be known as King Charles III.
Yes, King.
His wife Camilla becomes Queen Consort. The couple will stay at the Balmoral overnight, or whatever it's called. The flags on the day that she dies will fly at half mast or half staff across the British government, and will remain so until 8 a.m. on the morning after the Queen's funeral. Charles would then issue a brief statement, and as does the new UK, I think she's now the Prime Minister, right? Liz Truss or something. Liz Truss or
something like that. Yeah. Well, this is. I mean, since we're not that, knowing about it.
So as of right now, now King Charles has made a statement upon his mother's death. They started, I guess they call us the honoring the Queen by firing giant cannons or guns at each or at like different locations. So they have one over here at in London, in Hyde Park, and at the Tower of London.
Hopefully they didn't have actual rounds.
No, I think it might be just like, you know, the ones that just make noise.
Yeah, the blanks.
So after all this, after the ceremonies and all that, they're gonna have a 10-day period of mourning. So this is, I think, people like specifically probably people in government, they're gonna stop working. They're gonna stop doing everything
like a holiday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically like it's like 10 days of silence for the country. And this is like everywhere, not just England themselves, you know, Wales, Northern Ireland, Scotland,
the colonies,
all the different territories they still have. And then afterwards, they will, at the last day, they will have her funeral. And they're actually going to bury her next to her husband, Prince Philip, who died earlier or last year. And I think that's just all like this is like part one of a 3-step plan. So this is called Operation London Bridge. So there's like other things, including the coronation of King Charles, all the different meetings he has to go to, and all that. But yeah, now this is the start of a new era, a new dynasty for England or Great Britain. So yeah, what do you guys think?
Well, I mean, nothing to do with what I was asking, but I mean, yeah, my condolences to her family or whatnot. I mean, because we're over here in the States, I don't think we get much of that monarch type of information and stuff like that. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a big blow to the country of Britain and
literally their queen.
Yeah, again, just because she was a monarch doesn't, like, again, we probably have that understanding that she really didn't run the show over there as far as politics go, but she did have a pretty great amount of influence. But yeah, no, it's sad news. It's never good news when someone passes, right? You're losing that wealth of knowledge and history. And yeah, it's pretty sad, but I don't know. I really can't put into words what else to say, but yeah, I mean, R.I.P.
Yes, this is an example that I was talking with my boss. Like, I can't wrap around my head the concept of the monarchy, because I've never had the concept living under that same situation, right? Like, it's not a president. So I asked my boss, like, is it like the president? Said no. Is it like it's somebody that's on TV and a lot of stuff, like a celebrity, Maybe, but not really. So can he be like Kanye or the Kardashians? No. They said, my boss said, no, not really. So it's like because his wife is British. There was like, I don't know, there was like some sentiment, you know, that he was talking with his wife. I'm like, oh, and I was like, so it's like the human representation of their history. For example, the only thing that come to my head is like the flag. Not really. He said, not even that. Like, not the president. So it's a combo, like someone that has a history, a legacy behind them, and that is a representation of what they are as a country. Yeah, I'm like, okay. So it's like a wrap. Like, I super simplified it. I'll take it with the grain of salt, everyone. Okay. So I said it's like a human representation of Uncle Sam, basically. And he's like, kinda, but in a more regal way, way more regal. Okay.
Uncle who?
Sam.
Everyone's uncle, you know.
Oh, I see.
That's what he was saying. Like, it's someone like that, but way more regal. I'm like, okay. Still can't wrap it around it, but still, like, that's the best representation he could give me. I'm like, okay.
But yeah, So okay, so now that we're out of that tangent, going back to what Al said, I guess for me it might be a little bit different for what I'm gonna wear in the fall.
Yeah,
What's it called?
definitely.
But
But like,
I don't know,
have you like thought about wardrobe or like? We all know it's gonna get a little chillier out and about,
Yeah.
you know. So I don't know. You guys, do you like flannels or not, or do you transition from shorts to like I don't
How
know
about
chinos?
vests?
I was thinking like either like a like a good looking like sweater, maybe like
Okay.
like
A
I
Uniqlo
guess more
sweater.
maybe like a polymer almost, or
Okay.
or
A
just a
zip up
hoodie.
or would a hoodie?
Yeah, zip
Yeah,
up.
Pull up,
maybe
okay.
a hoodie.
Well, zip up for the sweater, and then a hoodie. You know, a hoodie is always good to wear.
Right.
Always good to have. You know, especially when you're going apple picking, you just put it in the front pocket.
Very true. Very true. And another reason I ask is because of obviously whether you go to work, church, or you go to like an event with friends or coworkers or whatnot. Like, do you like to dress up a little bit, or do you just kind of want to bum it and not
Define
really
dress. Okay, you do. Okay, you said it. Okay, I forgot what I said. Yeah.
right? Yeah, because I mean, again, I'm asking, would you guys consider like putting on maybe a more formal looking flannel, or maybe like a button down or something like that, or do you wear khakis or jeans, or do you wear I guess you could say boots, or would you do sneakers? Because obviously for those that don't live in the Northeast, a lot of times you'll be in that predicament where you're walking around and you have a lot of leaves on the floor because the leaves change colors and start falling off the trees, right?
Or just leaving in the
So-
morning. It's like 50 degrees, and then during the day it's like 80.
Yeah, it's a little chillier. We're getting there, right? And I like the weather. I prefer the weather in the fall
That
over
smell of fallen leaves, man. You can't get
Dude,
it. It's, yo.
that crisp,
Yeah.
nice cool air.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Makes you feel like you're doing something.
The seasons are changing. Like I normally try to say good morning to everyone as I'm stepping out, and
Yes.
it's like, oh yeah, it's like I should start wearing like this past week I was like I should wear a sweater now, but I still feel like it's too warm still for a sweater. So I'm like, let me look
Okay.
for my vest. That's my compliment for right now.
No vest.
Vest.
Like a puffer vest?
No,
or
a vest. Polymer? No,
No,
what's
like
the
a
name of
sweater
it?
vest.
No, like a fleece?
A fleece. There you go.
Yeah.
A fleece vest.
Oh, okay.
Because my attire normally it's like what I wear to work. So it's normally it could be khakis, jeans, sneakers, sometimes
A nice hot beverage.
no, a slip-on shoe. What's the name of those slip-on shoes? Not the boat shoes. Not
Crocs?
Not Crocs.
Slippers?
Moccasines. Moccasins, yeah. But with more aggressive
Bless you.
treads. And I mean, don't knock the moccasins. You're standing there and just, moving around. They're super flexible, but they got their weakness where sneakers, cover the gap.
You don't do the Timbs, bro? You don't do the Timbs?
It's not boot season yet for me because I'm gonna be standing there, literally not moving that much, but standing there and having something with great cushioning and comfort.
I don't know.
you
I see
approaching me
people
with your stand?
hooping in Timbs in the middle of summer.
But they're not standing there with the Timbs for like 8 hours.
Nah, they're hooping it.
I'm standing or either staying squat for. I don't know. It's my situation is different to everyone else, obviously.
No. I'm just poking fun.
I know. Like literally, like after going home, you either see me taking off my sneakers before even getting home
Right.
because like my feet, you feel like the sneakers, you can feel the swelling in your feet. Like, oh damn! And then
But don't you get like those orthopedic type of
it's not-
insoles or something?
I don't need that for me yet. Hopefully, knock on wood.
to get some extra cushioning.
No,
'cause
it's
like
the
you
blood
said-
circulation. Once you're done and you take a seat, you feel the blood flow coming back. Okay. So for me, it's like at one time I was there, we got some deliveries for our situation. And I'm like, boss, if you like, you can cover the register while I'll take care of the pallets. I'm like, okay. And I think I was talking with Josue and I was singing. Like I said, dang it. I'm sure in my head, obviously I'm I was doing my mantra, if you will. I'm like, dang it, I'm really showing my ethnicity. I told this one to Jose, but I didn't tell this one to Alan.
He starts singing what's it called?
Selena.
Like a mariachi song.
A Selena song in my head.
Okay.
Amor Prohibido. I'm like, dang it, come on, Marcos, concentrate. Let's do it. Let's I would slip into my mantra and just unload everything. And,
Is there a specific reason why that song came into your mind?
I guess because I went to the eye doctor 2 days before or the week before, and I was in the Veracruz, hashtag not sponsored yet, and they were blasting that in the diner. I'm like, yes. And it stayed in my head, and that was my first thing. Even though I have headphones, I don't play music. I'm if anybody calls me, I can answer. But I was in the zone. Like I had to put the things, the old stuff, get it closer to the exit so we can grab it and restock faster, get the old stuff in. But we have a restricted area, space, and customers were coming in. So I either had to bring everything, take everything into place, consolidate everything that's sold in different pallets, trays, and put them together, and then bring in the new stuff and organize accordingly. But I'm not even thinking about it. I already know what to do, so I'm moving as fast as I can for the customers. And this was before school. The school rush started, so people coming in from dropping off their children. So I'm like, okay, let's go organize, and I'm unconsciously glazing over and just thinking about that song. And I'm like, okay, let your mind go on loop and just make time go faster while you're organizing. And I think the thing that kicked me out of it, I think, was either my mom or someone. I think I told it to Jose. I forgot the whole story, but super long story short, it was getting cooler outside. It was still warm, but our place is naturally cool. And by the end of it, my boss needed to take care of something, so I went to the cash register, and my hands were like jelly. My hands, since I was organizing stuff, I was grabbing, not heavy, but consistently organizing. Not finesse, finite touching. I was holding, organizing everything. And when I went to the register, my hands were like jelly, to the point that I couldn't unfold a $20 bill. My hands heat. And the customer saw me like, dang, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm just a little bit, sore. Not sore. I'm gonna feel this tomorrow. I said, okay, no worries. And another customer said, dang, they were in line taking care of other people doing their thing, and they saw me coming into the register. Damn, you're steaming. I'm like, come on. Thank you. I took it as a compliment, because it's 60 degrees in there, and I was steaming from what I was doing. And I was like, okay, no, thank you for looking out. And I think he meant it that, you're not stopping, you're moving. And time flew, because I was slipping into that zone, if you will. And when you're in the cash register, personally, I don't want to slip into that zone, because time goes fast, but you become a robot and you just do things. Personally, I found that talking to the customer, thanks for looking out, have a nice day, and all those things. And they're it makes it more fun, if you will. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So no to the comfortable shoes and insoles, right?
It's not about comfort, because I am comfortable right now. I don't need them right now. It's not the comfort. It's about the
Wait, Marcos, before you go on the tangent again.
Yes.
We used to do yes or no.
What about not? No.
Just
no.
need a yes or no.
Yes, no. Thanks for looking at it.
I said yes or no. I didn't say yes and no.
Understood. No.
Okay, there you go.
But yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I just lost my train of thought, bro.
Yeah. Okay.
You went on your crazy no, but that's good. It's good. Thanks for letting us know about your predicament. I didn't know you suffered from bad blood circulation. So
no, it's just when you sit down, and I'm sitting down for the round trip for an hour or an hour and a half after work.
Oh, I see.
So it gets to you when you're standing all day and moving.
Right.
So sneakers.
So you're approaching me with your stand.
Me sitting.
With my stand.
There.
He sits down and his stand is starting to approach you.
Basically. But yeah.
Okay.
Should we get on to the first point?
No.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean,
you sure?
Tell me, guys.
Yeah, whatever you like. Yes. So to item number one.
Okay.
Artemis has been rescheduled. So at the same time,
Wait, which one is it?
the Artemis program. Artemis
Who is this?
Moon, Artemis 1.
Oh yes, the moon landing once again.
Not even a landing. It was more or less like like they're gonna send dummies around the moon to get some stress tests to see if with the current technology to see if they're gonna send people hopefully in the future. I was doing some research about it. I take it with a grain of salt, and I found that since the U.S. specifically hasn't been doing heavy research towards sending people towards the moon, a lot of that generation of people that did that in the 60s died out. And that technique, that knowledge wasn't properly organized and got forgotten. So this new generation is like, we're picking up the scraps from the notes we got. We don't got like a mentor telling us. They're doing it by scrap, bit by bit. So they had to get like whatchamacallit, like what's the Tesla company? What's the name of it? SpaceX to develop a capsule where the dummies are going to be going. And also Snoopy, a Snoopy little doll is going to be in there too, and they're going to put a lot of sensors on them to see how much stress is going to be in the body, or just to go around the orbit of the moon. They're not going to drop anything in the moon. They're just going to go around it, and
They are the moon.
Basically, they're going to orbit the moon and then come back, and they're going to do their data acquisitions to see what they can do better. So right now, it's the step one, data gathering, and with the current technology that we have, can we do it better? It's the beginning of the 60s all over again. Kinda.
Okay. So we're just gonna send dummies, you said?
Yes, like the ones that they crash cars. This is my idea that I'm thinking.
I'm thinking like someone that's not very bright that
Why?
they can like bamboozle people to get into the
Snoopy,
spaceship.
man. They're being led by Snoopy.
Oh no.
Not Snoopy, Marcos.
No, it's a wrap. Everyone's safe. He used to
It's a
fight
rap
the Red
battle?
Bandit. But yeah, and all the sensors, man. I don't know what's gonna happen with all that data, because what triggers me is that knowledge they just didn't, if you will, cultivate it, since it's a business. I understand NASA works for the government at times, and they have to trim the fat.
Well, no, isn't NASA like a government
It is,
funded?
but not that much. So
Yeah.
they had to trim a lot of fat, and how sometimes they say, we like just the UPS or just the USPS. Oh, we lost your package somewhere. Imagine that knowledge, that data. We lost that data somewhere. I'm like, no.
It's like you misplace everything.
Yeah. Oh, we forgot. We lost the recipe to how to go to the moon.
We forgot how to make
makes you
brownies.
think.
I don't. It triggers me. But yeah, and there were a lot of seatings. They're making a business out of it, making people, like, if people want to go and buy tickets, they can sit the closest as possible, not being like a NASA worker or a government worker, and they can have a seating where the people can accommodate for them.
Okay. So Marcos, will you be going to sit?
No. I'll watch the live stream. There's a live stream, by the way, guys, that's constantly being updated with data, and then there's a thread about it when they're gonna do launches.
A Reddit thread?
I wish it's just I think it's from NASA specifically. I think even NASA has a YouTube link.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, where they do live streams. They do the space that laboratory. What's the name of it? The International Space Station. They have a live stream going constantly on YouTube. Hopefully, YouTube's getting in on that like business deal, or they're being a sponsor for them. But
Yeah. Maybe.
But yeah, and then now with SpaceX, they're collaborating with SpaceX. I don't know why they're not collaborating with the Amazon one. What's it? Blue Skies?
Amazon has a space program?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's called something blue, right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's where the guy that's from Star Trek went up to orbit.
Jeff Bezos' space program is called Blue
Horizon.
No, I forgot the name of it.
Oh, Blue Origin?
There you go. Yeah.
There you go, Blue Origin. Thank you, Josue.
Thank you, Jose.
Yeah, So it's Blue Origin for Mr. Bezos, right?
Come
And then Elon has his SpaceX, and then what's my man's name? The guy from
Virginia.
Galactic.
Galactic.
Virgin. Is it Galactic?
I think it's called. I think it's called Virgin Galactic. No,
They'll pierce the heavens.
what's his Sir something or other? What's his name?
Sir what?
Sir Branson.
Yeah.
Oh dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Elon got the contract to get the capsule running.
Oh yeah, it's called Virgin Galactic.
They'll pierce the heavens. Pop that space cherry. But you know what I mean.
I don't see anything about piercing.
Not even the heavens.
Nope.
Dang.
Not even the sky.
Missed opportunity. But yeah, so I'm telling you, this entire week, this entire transition between August and September has been one after the other. Guess what? There wasn't that much announcement, but I found out because of another YouTuber that I follow, that Mr. Gorbachev passed away as well.
Did he?
Yeah, but that was a while ago, wasn't it?
Last week.
This is news to me.
Not this week.
Yeah,
not the 8th.
Gorbachev did pass.
At age 91.
It's quite a life.
They were.
Yeah, he was the last leader of the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
No,
there he was.
he was history right there.
Like
Yeah, he was.
I was talking with my boss about that. Like, I didn't find out about that. I know. This was because of the YouTuber was telling me that, the current the current president of Russia said, no, do not celebrate his passing. If anything, just let him have his own church ceremony with his close family, and everyone have a nice day. Like, he made it into a mandate. So my idea is like, he had probably feelings. Like, we're not gonna celebrate the passing of a person who failed. What do you guys think?
Well, I don't think he failed. I think he probably said that because his belief that the Soviet Union was I guess Russia was better back then than it was now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into politics, but it just what you guys think, obviously.
About what?
About like them not making into like not a jubilee, like a procession. You know what I mean? Like whoever
What, you mean celebrating?
No.
Like they did with the Queen?
More or less like
Honoring
the person, like doing a procession, all those things, to where they're gonna do their but they didn't. He actually, the president or the current ruler of Russia said, no, I am mandating that there will be no celebration of his death, of his passing.
Well, I think both countries are on a different footing when it comes to where they are right now and in their respective situations, I guess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that too.
I think Russia is in the middle of a skirmish, right, or a war with a neighboring country, and maybe not the best way to implement your limited resources.
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So it might be that. I mean, it could be that he didn't really like his predecessor, right? So I don't know. That's because it's literally on the other side of the world. I don't really know, but I mean, it could be those factors.
And
how old is Putin?
I don't know. Probably in the 70s. Let me check.
Yeah, he's pretty old.
He's probably up there with Biden.
I mean, he's ex-KGB, right? So, or I mean, you really don't. I guess you could say.
What does that mean?
Well, he is from there. What we would consider. No, CIA.
No, he's 69
government.
years old.
Oh, is he? That's funny. Yeah, no, but he's well, we would consider a CIA agent, right? But like in most acronym government entities. You don't really retire from those type of things. You just become, I guess, more
Civilian.
interwoven. Yeah, I guess you don't really retire from that type of world.
That lifestyle gets ingrained in you, probably.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's still somewhat of an asset for that government.
He's the president. He is the asset, the ultimate asset.
Yeah, I guess. But again, don't really know. But
This is
it's
just
pretty crazy.
chatting. We don't assume to know everything here.
I assume that I'm thirsty, so I will drink.
Yes, brother. Yes. Indulge us, imbibe yourself with the waters, the fluids. Is it a soda or is it a soda? I mean, a tea?
Yeah, I'm drinking white tea today.
Is it white?
Or is it just water?
I wish it was something more refreshing like green tea, but I didn't have any on hand. I drank it all, so I'm doing white tea.
Mm-hmm. Is it like
Not chai tea?
is it the Bigelow one or which from who?
It's an organic tea from I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna have to look up
That's okay.
the
That's
source.
okay. No worries.
But I also had chamomile on hand, but I wanted to drink the white tea. Over that, maybe later on or tomorrow I'll do the chamomile.
Are you a proponent of adding some milk to your tea?
I don't do milk for coffee, nor do I do it for tea.
What? Really? Not even for coffee or half and
No,
half for the
sir.
coffee?
No, sir.
Okay.
Well, this is the thing. And this is based off something I had already previously saw, or I think I shared this with you guys. I saw this video, a nutrition-based video. This gentleman was explaining how once you get to a certain age, as a adult human being, your body doesn't break down milk like it used to when you were a little kid. Obviously, like many infants or babies, you drink milk because you get nourishment from said milk. But once you start growing up and you get to be an adult, you don't really need that type of nourishment anymore. You should obviously change your diet from drinking milk to get nourishment to more solid food. And what happens is that your body just stops. I guess you could say the how can you put it? The
Some
good
people
bacteria.
become lactose intolerant.
right?
There you go. Yeah.
And I think he used another phrase because it was something more along the lines of not really being lactose intolerant. And I think it's James Hoffman that was explaining it. He's a coffee guy. So he was breaking down how your body just doesn't break down milk like it used to. So a lot of people become what we commonly know as being lactose intolerant,
But
because
it's not
your body,
that, right? Or is it that?
it's something similar, but he explains it. I just don't remember off the top of my head. I will definitely send the video to you guys.
Yeah.
But he does give you cite the reason, scientifically speaking, why that is, right? So
Yeah.
you don't break down.
Yeah.
You don't break down the lactose or the milk like you used to. So what happens is that you start not feeling so good after drinking milk. And this is one of the reasons why maybe it's not the best, way of, or the best ingredient to mix with your coffee. A lot of people opt for maybe like a creamer, right? Like a non-dairy creamer, like an almond milk, a coconut milk, soy milk, or whatever other type of alternative there is, like oat milk or something like that.
I've heard
So
the one almond mainly in my area.
Yeah. So I mean, I've tasted the almond milk. It's fine. I don't have a problem with it, or even coconut milk. But personally, I just prefer, drinking my coffee or my tea as is. I don't even add sugar to my tea or
So you
coffee.
drink it black then?
Yeah.
Shaken,
Whether it be
not
tea.
stirred.
Yes, always. So yes.
Because
So
my dad, like, he's been drinking for years like that, his coffee like straight. But like, I'm like, bro, I mean, like, Dad, come on, add something to it. He's like, a pinch of salt. Okay, why salt?
yeah, that's good.
He's like, it brings
bring
down
out
the
the
bitterness. Yeah, it brings down the bitterness.
Right, and this is the reason why you would probably opt for like a cold brew or nitro brew.
Yo,
Something
that's already
a little.
been stronger, man.
Or
Those are
nitro
even stronger.
Pepsi.
Well, I've seen those. I haven't tasted it myself.
Yo.
But the reason you probably would opt for the cold brew or the nitro brew, more so the cold brew, is because it's brewed cold, so it doesn't have time to
Become bitter.
accentuate the actual bitterness of the coffee. You get a more well-rounded, bold flavor, a smoother flavor profile.
But so
And this
bitter is like a side effect. It's like it's
Yes, when you heat the actual coffee grounds up, and you have a pour of a coffee, you draw a pour of coffee. It's usually that's what you get that bitterness from, and obviously. Like if you were to go to a Dunkin' Donuts compared to like a Starbucks,
just black.
you
Yeah,
also-
ask for a black cup. Yeah.
the reason why you would probably there's a lot of people that prefer the Dunkin' Donuts coffee over the Starbucks coffee for the simple fact that the roasters are a little different. So
Yeah.
usually Starbucks tends to roast a little darker compared to the Dunkin' Donuts coffee. And I mean,
This is why America runs on Dunkin'.
That's right.
Dunkin'
And-
on
and
everyone else.
I would hope that if you are so enticed to, definitely, if you get the opportunity, try a cold brew and see for yourself if you are able to tolerate the actual flavor profile of it without adding anything to it. I mean, a pinch of salt is okay if you are drinking hot coffee.
What's this pinch about? Yeah, what is this pinch about? I'm like,
Again,
break the
it
myth,
helps.
debunk it.
Well, it helps mellow out the actual flavor or the bitterness of the coffee. This is the reason why when you drink something sweet or you make something like a dessert, usually in the recipe it'll ask you or tell you to add a pinch of salt just to round off the flavor. So salt usually accentuates or makes the other flavors really come out in dishes.
Yeah,
So it's
even
not
in
only sugar.
Okay,
Right.
okay.
So it's not only sugar. You would need some sort of salt aspect to make the actual other ingredients and flavor profiles come out and be a lot more well-rounded, a lot brighter. You can actually taste it. That's the reason why you want to
It's like-
use salt.
It's like, Dad,
Taste difference.
you're drinking like straight coffee, no sweetener, nothing, and he just looks at me, grabs a pinch of salt, and just adds it and stirs it. Good. And you're just like, I'm like, what the heck?
And one of the reasons you would probably want to drink your tea or your coffee black or as is without anything else
Raw.
is because it also helps you with your cravings for food. It curbs your hunger, and it helps you I guess you can say activate or turn on your metabolic or your metabolism and keep it kind of like working and curbing your actual appetite or hunger, which in turn might be helpful for you if you're possibly looking to cut some weight. Again, not medical advice, I'm just saying this is what I do. But yeah, not that I do it because of that reason, but it does help curb your cravings for eating things you might not typically should be eating, like snacks in between meals that aren't the healthiest. So
What do you mean?
One of the
This
reasons.
is a murk. No, I'm just kidding.
no, but yeah, so that's that. So breaking down milk in your body, maybe as an adult, not the best thing.
Not the
It-
most efficient way for nutrition. Yeah.
Right. So that's the whole spiel right there.
Just
But
add
yeah,
a little bit of salt, add a
You
little
could
bit
do
of flavor.
that. Yeah, definitely. And again, I don't know if you guys are gonna go out. I don't know if you guys drink coffee or tea.
Yes,
but
I do. Both.
What about Josue? Do you go for like a cup of tea or coffee or water or juice or
just,
like
just
OJ?
straight from the source, black coffee.
No.
Or
I
do
don't
you do orange
coffee, remember?
juice?
I do.
You're
like,
a blue coffee member?
No, I don't do coffee.
Oh, I'm about to say blue coffee. Dang, bro, you fancy.
Look. This is the. this is how I
listen
know
here,
about.
Listen here.
Josue.
Just listen here.
Yes,
I
listen.
do teas.
But you didn't though.
I do juices.
Delicious.
And that's it. I am water.
And
of course.
water. H2O.
The Keegan water of all things.
Keegan
right?
water.
There you go.
But yeah, this is about also like back in the day. He's like, "Why you guys drink tea? It's just flavored water." I'm like, "Bro." So I'm just waiting for the day he starts getting into coffee. I was like, "Yo, bro, have you tried this thing called coffee?"
I don't do coffee.
I bet.
I do tea because like,
but you didn't though.
It was either coffee or tea, and I'm like, I think tea is better.
But you didn't though. You said that like I'll never be drinking tea. You're like, what? And this was when you were back in high school. I'm like, that's nothing out of this world to drink tea. Like, no.
So you guys, what you guys do like juice and more like a cranberry or orange, right? Or like a grapefruit juice?
I do a water.
Oh.
But you know, the OGs, my belief is water, tea, and coffee. You know,
no coffee.
But in that level, like progression, obviously you go with water, and then the juices, whatever comes into
you must become like Uncle Iroh.
It's like you must resist.
I feel like Iroh would be a person that drinks coffee.
No, obviously he's a person that drinks tea. It's literally in the show.
Coffee doesn't exist in that world. I'm just saying, if
but
the coffee was
tea.
there, it's just a fact. Yeah, I'm just saying. Iroh feels like a guy that would drink coffee back in his warring days. He mellowed down after he, stepped down. Hashtag bring back Uncle Iroh.
I know some teas do have milk, like milk tea.
No, yeah. But yeah. And then, of course, the queen. And I was talking with Jose, I think, about this earlier today.
Who?
About the whole the spiel about yes queen, no queen.
Who?
Now it's gonna be
that?
Like this is for parody,
Oh.
And like you'd say like yes queen.
You see, Marcos was having those shower thoughts.
That sounds kind of sus, bro.
Outside the shower, which is not a good idea. And I was saying that also, like, the meta for 70 years was like yes queen, yes my queen,
I was thinking more along the lines of God save the queen.
No, yes, God save the queen and everything. and now it's gonna be yes king, yes my king. The whole.
I think I was just say yes your majesty.
Yeah, but that's more
true.
That's more gender neutral. I'm just saying,
Exactly, Marcos.
Yes, my king.
It's more gender neutral, really, guy?
That's what I'm saying. The whole thing with the concept of yes, like yes, queen, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but like to be honest, that started in like a weird situation. It's just like
I'm saying it in the form of parody.
It's a form of encouragement, but then it got annoying by how many times every like ratchet girl says it.
Yes, queen, like the way they say it. And now it's gonna be like, yes, my king.
That sounds unproductive and woke as hell.
But that's what I'm saying. Productive towards what? I don't have any idea. Like, no problem. I'm just saying it's
unproductive.
I'm just making fun of it.
Yeah, but it's like those ratchet girls back in high school that thought they were something.
And then the thing is, there's a Star Wars joke that there were two girls, like as if there were like a girl Sith and a female Jedi, and they're like the female Sith was saying, if they breathe, he's a simp, and then the girl said, all men are king, and they just start fighting in Star Wars.
I think you're confusing it, Marcos. You're confusing it. Originally, it was two Star Wars fans that were guys. And the guy with the Sith saber, because they're red, he goes, if she breathe, sorry, it was the guy who's a Jedi comes out, he's like, all women are queens, and then the Sith comes out, if she breathe, she's a so. That's where it came from.
Yeah, but I'm talking to the other party that I saw. I'm not saying about its origins.
That was the original, Marcos. You have to mention the original, Marcos.
Am I citing my sources?
Yes.
But I'm not saying towards that's not the joke that I'm saying.
But you have to cite the source of the joke.
Which I didn't know until you shared.
What do you mean? I've shared it to you.
Yeah, that one, no. But I'm talking about the one that I saw. But anyways, that's not the point.
Do you have a bibliography?
A bibliography? What do you mean?
Yes. For your sources?
Yes, they're in the text messages thread.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I just find it funny. That was the whole thing. Now it's a king. Oh no, the horns of Gondor.
He's like, you cannot pass this test.
And no, this song is gonna be copyrighted if I play, but that's the whole thing that they're gonna be now like, yes, it's time. Sound the horns of Gondor.
So yeah, what's next?
Well, the bits. As next, obviously there's something else gonna come up on this later today.
You sure about that?
Today is, as of this recording, it's the 11th, right? September 10th, right? And on the next day,
it's the 11th.
It's gonna be the 11th of what's gonna happen historically. But that it, with all due respect that deserves, there's another thing that's also gonna have its, birthday on that date, and it's the inauguration or the existence of a certain cartoon character called Quinn.
Tom and Jerry.
Harley Quinn.
Mickey Mouse.
In its clubhouse. No, Harley Quinn. So yeah, that on the 11th of 1992, September 11th, 1992, Harley Quinn starred in the Batman animated series. Yeah. Where were you when Harley Quinn first came out?
I kind of like Batman Beyond a little bit better
Yeah.
than Harley Quinn.
Obviously, you're talking about a show versus a character. The show and all is going to be way better, and I agree with you. But it's just like I thought that Harley Quinn was a
Marco,
comic
before
character.
you continue, I'll just share you my thoughts.
Yes. How many of them?
I don't have any.
You're maidenless?
No, thoughtless.
Yes.
No.
Yes. But yeah. What do you guys, did you guys ever watch the Batman animated series?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
The Batman one, the Superman one, Batman Beyond,
I
the
feel
Teen
Titans.
Yes.
You're just talking about staples here, but I feel now a little bit dumb that Superman, the animated show, wasn't that big of a call for me because of Batman, man. It's just Batman.
Weren't they aired
yeah.
back to back?
I don't know.
I remember that.
I was telling Marcos earlier today of a joke or like a little clip I saw.
A story, yeah.
It's Lex Luthor was gonna hire the Joker to take out Superman.
Spider-Man.
And so Joker tells Lex, he's like, yeah, I can do that. That's easy. And Lex Luthor starts laughing at him. He's like, how can you tell me that it's so easy to kill someone like Superman?
A god, if you will.
But you can't kill Batman. He's like, he's immortal. And Joker gets mad, grabs him by the collar, and he's like, nothing is mortal about that one.
Is this an animated bit?
He's like, it's easy to kill Superman, but Batman is just built different.
Yeah.
And the very next scene is Lex Luthor is in his bedroom sleeping. It's the middle of the night, and typical Batman, the lightning flashes in, and he comes out the window, and he goes, "What?" And he points the gun at him. He's like, "Oh no, he doesn't point the gun. Lex Luthor points the gun at him," and Batman's like, "So I heard you've been buddy with a good friend of mine," and he goes, "What are you talking about?" And then out behind them, a bodyguard of Lex Luthor was pointing a gun at Batman, and he like easily just punched her away.
Get out! Wait,
and he's like, "Oh no, yeah, it was female."
Okay.
And and he starts banging him up and interrogating him, the Batman way,
the Aki way,
basically.
The Aki way, basically. But he didn't make it for customer satisfaction. He just wanted answers.
Do you think he was going in for the best reviews?
No, he went in for results.
No, for the best reviews of, he got the data that we wanted.
Well, yeah, I guess so. What's funny too, there's like I think there's a newer animation.
What?
Of the Justice League, and it's kind of funny. It's like they're interrogating I think Deathstroke, and Superman goes to Batman. He's like, let's switch up roles. I'll be the bad cop, you be the good cop. He goes, okay. And like Superman is trying to play the bad cop. He's like, you're gonna tell me what you know, and
what I want.
Like he's stuttering his words, and then like Batman is like, he's like, do you like the lighting? So you're comfortable?
You need to share this.
And you see Deathstroke just like freaking out. He's like, what's going on with them? And then the last straw for Deathstroke was Batman offered him a donut, and he goes, "This man is crazy. I'll tell you everything I know."
Just because Batman wasn't mean.
Yeah, he's like, "Oh no." I was like, that's kind of funny.
I mean, that's a different interpretation. Superman. It's the point of you can't relate to him because he's to a point.
Well, he's supposed to be like the like All Might, the symbol of peace, the
unreachable.
Yeah, the
literally, he's not human.
He's a pillar as All Might is, so he's supposed to be like this kind, merciful person, but Batman is just here to throw hands.
Yeah, he's a merciful being because he's not even human. Even though he had allegedly, the Deku origin, I call a lie on that. And he was already, he was already
did you not
OP
watch
from the start. Or the Superman animated series when he was a kid, he was already taking out like stuff that normal kids couldn't.
You talking about Superman or Batman?
The Superman animated series.
Oh, okay.
They're in the same universe, right? So
yeah,
DC, right?
Yeah.
DC. That made a universe, right?
And then the Smallville. Don't get me started with Smallville, man.
Yeah, Smallville.
Did you watch it? Or
I
no?
watched it in another country and dubbed. In
I watched it many years later after it finished.
No, I watched it while it was happening, dubbed and outside.
As
and
you should, so you actually get to see the ending right then and there.
It's just something like I talked about it with some classmates in college, and they're like, "Yeah, basically it was everyone's favorite thing to watch back in the day." But that ended.
Really?
Smallville was under CW, right?
Yep.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because they did they put Smallville in the little like crossover special with everyone.
Really?
Yeah, they put the original actor of Smallville for Superman or Clark Kent. They put him in because they had like some kind of multiverse event. They had Lucifer from the show. They had John Constantine from another one.
CW.
Green Arrow. Yeah, Green Arrow. The Flash.
Batman.
Black Lightning. No, they didn't have. No, they had Batman, but they had Superman. Not just Smallville. Another version of Superman.
The one from Supergirl.
Yeah. They had Supergirl. They had like all their like shows wrapped into one. Basically, they even had like the older versions of like from the movies. I think they had like the original Robin from one of the movies. They had the original, I think, Penguin. I don't remember. They had like a few like guest appearance.
How was it?
It was alright.
The TV show of the DC universe is pretty good, isn't it? What do you guys think? The shows.
Well, I mean, like shows like The Flash and Green Arrow, like at the beginning were really good, but then like slowly and surely they started getting worse and worse. And then like, for example, The Flash kind of got better somewhere around like the middle, but then kind of took like the same turn of like it got bad.
In the sense of because it's a comic, they can't get that serious, or
not
in the sense
really.
of
It's more
repetition?
like it's just repetition.
So comics are good as a weekly thing, like or a publication. Like it's better to have it like a movie because it's like bam, 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 hits hard, hits like puts people, it calls attention to it. Like I feel like that's the same thing, unfortunately, with anime. But One Piece begs to differ, to say everything, and
One Piece
begs to say, hey, I am here every week. But whatchamacallit, Harley Quinn, man, it's just
we didn't even talk about Harley Quinn.
Yeah, Harley Quinn is just built different. She was a doctor.
I thought she was a psychiatric nurse.
Yeah, but she had her doctorate.
She had her doctorates in psychiatric.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She was a psychologist?
Psychiatric doctor, right?
Yeah.
She used to work at the insane asylum.
Yeah.
Arkham? Oh, no, wasn't it Arkham?
Arkham Asylum, yep.
I said Penn State.
Oh, no.
I would have been bugged out if you said Penn Station.
No, Penitentiary State. Pennsylvania
What?
Penitentiary Station or like that.
Just call it Penn Station.
Yeah.
We don't need the extra bit.
Yeah, right. But yeah, it's just a thing, man. It's just a thing, and it merits to to say happy birthday, happy future birthday, as of this recording. What else?
But does she know the way?
Does she know the way?
I also have here, the annual Apple event that everybody wants. The new iPhones came out. Oh, that was really low, Marcos.
Don't worry about it. It's okay.
So before I get into the specifications of
Is that it? Yes?
of the new iPhones, they also released new AirPod Pros and the watch. I have right now an article about the iPhones. Marcos, do you want to do the watches?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so let me just dive into the main course, of course. So they were releasing iPhone 14s, iPhone 14 Plus, and iPhone 14 Pro. Which I think they have like a Pro Max version as well. So over here in the article, they announced it. iPhone 14 Plus delivers a big, in capital letters,
Big.
6.7 inch display. To those who want a larger canvas, and the iPhone 14 offers more compact 6.1 inch display.
Compacted, they say. Pocket sized.
Oh, I don't think they even have the pros here. So here's the specs.
Yes.
Or I should say the price first. So the iPhone 14 is starting at $79.99 plus taxes and or shipping fees if you order.
$79.99.
And the iPhone 14 Plus are starting at $899.
So the other was $799, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
iPhone 14 promises the best better life ever on an iPhone. They have a new feature with emergency SOS via satellite functionality that can be used to communicate when you're out of cellular range. And it launches in November and will be free for 2 years. Kind of sucks.
A subscription plan, of course.
Basically.
Yes.
So basically what it is, you can't it's not like a satellite phone. What you can do is it pinpoints a satellite near you, so it could relay an SOS message with your location, your information, and everything, so that rescue team could
Your
come help you
coordinates, yeah.
Just in case you get lost outside.
in the sauce.
In the sauce.
Help, I'm lost in Hooters.
Now the only thing is that it will be using the last year's chipset, so the A15 Bionic from the 13 Pro. So that gives you a 5-core GPU for 18% faster performance. They will also have a new 12 megapixel main camera that has a bigger sensor. If you want to know the numbers, it's a 1.9 microns and a 49% low light improvement. And the front camera is 12 megapixels with a faster 1.9 autofocus for the first time and a better low light. It will have a photonic engine, which enhances image pipeline to deliver better low light photos, and 2 times improvement on the front camera, with 2 times on the ultra wide and a 2.5 on the main camera. And so you'll get a much better detail and color. Big improvement to video. So advanced stabilization mode, action mode is new and can be toggled on for smooth video. No gimbal required. The only catch, and this might be big, especially for people on and international wise.
Big.
The iPhone 14 will only support eSIMs, so no more physical SIM cards.
They're cutting off a market right there, man.
Stupid, bruh.
And also, last point, they said that iPhone 14 offers crash detection, just like the new Apple Watches. Now let me actually head over to, let me see, do they have the Pro? No.
But what if
Do you like the watches
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Before we get into the watches,
or the
let me
earbuds?
go into the Pro. Let me see if they have it here. Here we go. So on top of the 2 phones that I just announced, they also have the Pro Max version, which is, big things.
Big.
One of the big things, or design wise,
Yes.
is that they kind of made the notch smaller. They went from a notch
that
to
island?
to like a pill shape almost.
Yeah. What you call it, Alan?
They called it something island. I forgot. What?
Island. No.
No. It's
So-
something island. I forgot the term.
So the iPhone 14 Pro Max will have. So according to Tom Guides, it's a beast of a phone. I'm not saying that because of his larger lens. The big screen flash that packs a 48 megapixel camera and an always-on display with a new A16 Bionic processor that should once again lap the Android competition. Probably won't. But during my iPhone 14 Pro Max hands-on time, I was most intrigued by the new, here it is, Dynamic Island feature. Apple's replacement for the notch. The pill-shaped cutout morphs depending on what you're showing, what you're doing, showing
What you're
everything from
showing.
music. Yeah, what you're doing, showing everything from music, playing in the background to countdown timers. I got a chance to spend a bit of time with the iPhone 14 Pro Max at September Apple event, and I came away impressed with this new camera, as well as especially its low light capabilities
Yeah.
and new action mode for video.
Yeah.
So the specs is going to be again a 6.7 inch display. It has a variable refresh rate like other phones that had before. It will have the A16 Bionic chip, like I said. It goes up to 1 terabyte and it starts at 256 gigs. They will have a 48 megapixel main camera, a 12 megapixel ultra wide, a 12 megapixel telephoto with 3 times optical zoom. Sounds like they're kind of copying someone. No, I'm kidding. They will have purple. So yeah, the phone will come in purple, gold, silver, and space black. And they will have, I don't know why they only have camera here, but they have a rated battery life of 29 hours video playback. Let me see on the price. So the price of
Is
the
that cap or
128.
not cap?
Oh no, let's see. So let's see. The starting storage remains at 128. Oh, the starting price is $10.99. And it goes up to $15.99. So $1,599 and $1,099. $1,099. Big ones.
Big.
Big boys. So yeah, so this is the only phone that they're releasing this year that's gonna have the A16 Bionic chip. So the other phones, the iPhone 14 and 14 Plus, will have last year's chip instead of the newer A16 one. Only the iPhone Pro Max will have it, which I think is kind of stupid. It's like, come on, you can't give the new phones the new chip.
I mean, they had to do something. They had to do the different kinds of Pro series, the normal series, the Max series.
And like so far in the review, I think even the Apple event, what they try to show off is, the pill or the dynamic island that changes. And like I said, with music, if you have a timer, it'll show up. If you have like a lift, like basically any notification type thing, the pill will extend and take shape of whatever notification it is. I think because some of the sensors and even the cameras are behind the screen, so it's easier to like display. They're showing off the new 48 megapixel camera, which I mean, I think other phones had bigger cameras. And and then the new CPU is supposed to be up to 40% faster than the competition. And then there's an accelerated 5-core GPU with 50% more memory bandwidth.
Yes.
And they're all designed to work together and support the new camera hardware and perform up to 4 trillion operations per photo. So obviously the battery life, which is, even the 14, but the 13 had, I think, even the best battery life ever, and they said they approved on it.
Okay.
Let's see. It says, oh, and then here's the crash detection. So what it does is the phone leverages a new dual core accelerometer, high dynamic range gyroscope to detect a severe car crash and automatically dial the emergency services. I think they did like thousands of hours of training with this.
They had to. Yeah.
Like for different crashes, like when you roll over, when it's a front end crash or rear end crash,
When you drop the phone.
probably when you get T-boned, so that it won't confuse with just you dropping the phone. So
Hopefully it can do that
pre-order started yesterday.
as of the recording.
Yes, as of recording. So that's September 9th, if you want to know. And it will come out in stores, so like any like phone stores, Apple stores, Best Buys. I say phone stores like the carriers, obviously, the T-Mobile, Verizon, AT&T. It will come out on those type of stores. And I think even the Apple store, September 16th. But if you're pre-ordering it, remember, it doesn't guarantee that you get it the 16th. It just means they hold your line in a queue. So be prepared to not get to your phone till October.
Basically, yeah. That's the same thing with our situation.
Yeah. And like 2 months later, we get it.
Yeah, that's what happened.
So, do you guys think if you had a iPhone 13, would you consider this a upgrade worthy phone, or just stick to your 13?
I think if I had the 13, I would stick with the 13. The Pro Max,
that's
of course,
fair.
we're talking about. If I had like the regular 13,
Of course. If you had the
And,
the
like-
highest end phone of the 13, the highest end 13.
yeah, I wouldn't switch it. I would just, keep my own. Now, if I had like, say, the 11 or the 12 even, I'd be like,
It would be more of
time
a
to go.
consideration. Right,
Yeah.
right. Okay, that makes sense.
I think
So
the
what
pill,
about- Okay, yeah. The
I think
island.
the island thing is kind of a gimmicky thing.
Okay.
The dynamic island.
Yeah.
There you go. Dynamic island.
It's more of
Okay.
a gimmicky thing that, it's like, oh, look what we can do. It's cool, yeah, but it's like, it's okay.
Do you think it'll wear off like that? Like new type of thing?
It might, like in later generations.
Hopefully they recognize the dynamic refresh rate. It's like, oh, welcome, to Samsung.
I mean, but they also included a what's it, always on display as well.
Yeah, which has been in Android for a long time.
Right.
And I think the always on display is only on the Pro Max.
Yeah, they gave the best little features to like the higher end phone. That way, more people would have to buy that one instead of the other one.
But even with their own squad, their own buyers, customers, they're like subcategorizing them even more. Like, I'm not gonna knock it, but Pixel with my parents, and the Pro and the regular Pixel 6 wasn't. Their hardware wasn't limited. Just the screen the only thing that was limited was the screen. Like, 1080p max, and the other one was like 4K. I'm like, and they were both at 60 FPS, 120 FPS. The only thing was 1080, and they're like, yeah, I'm happy with that. And the other ones, literally, you're not getting the best of the best, like the eSIM. No, the eSIMs is all across the board.
Yeah, I forgot to say eSIM is also on the Pro Max.
Only.
Yeah, only eSIM.
So yeah. So imagine that. Like, I don't say that that's a feature, just a different step toward, in my opinion. But it's
That's more of a downgrade.
personally.
Yeah, because like I
think
said,
it's a
if
downgrade.
you're traveling internationally, say like Japan, I think Japan still does only SIMs cards. So if you try to go on iPhone,
You're out.
14 is like, oh, well, that's it.
Or how about even selling an iPhone 14 in Japan?
We'll see. We'll see.
The market. I mean,
They might have They might have an alternative.
or they probably did a logistics chain over there. They probably did in their homework. I'm not gonna knock Apple for not doing the homework, but me as a customer, it's something that I have to worry about, you know. Now, like, probably a lot of people that are not, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Japan. You know, remember the story that you told us about your story, Alan, that you bought what was the thing you bought to be able to, like, did you buy directly from your provider, or did you have to buy like a modem or a router over there to get some service?
No, I used my regular phone. I didn't buy a SIM card, Japanese SIM card, nor did I buy a pocket Wi-Fi.
A hotspot,
Hey, why would you buy a router?
The hot pocket Wi-Fi, that's what I meant. I forgot the name of it.
Yeah, no, I just used the data or the service that I already had because I was paying for international roaming. Like, it already came included. It actually kicked in once I landed over there. It kicked in and I was able to make phone calls, use the internet, and text people. Like, it really, there was no real difference. The only, I think, downside to it is that you don't get 4G LTE. You only get, like, I want to say like a 2 or 3G at most speeds in certain places. Now, I think the benefit of having public Wi-Fi or hotspots in the places that you frequent, like your hotel, certain shops and stores, they have free Wi-Fi, so I didn't really worry too much about that. And obviously I had a VPN. I had the well, I won't mention it because we're not sponsored.
We're not sponsored.
But if you do want to sponsor us, please let us know.
Absolutely.
Amen.
I did use a VPN, so every time I was on public Wi-Fi, I was, protected
Strapped.
in some way. Yeah, some way, shape, or form. But I never really used it a lot because I was already using my my available data that I had, and it wasn't the fastest, but it got the job done. If I needed to use Google Maps or wanted to use the internet or just make calls or whatever, like it worked. I was able to get on Instagram or YouTube or whatever other thing I needed to get on, and it worked perfectly fine. Same thing when I go down to Mexico, it just jumps into my international roaming, and I don't really see any problem. There's people that do opt to get a SIM card from the country that they're visiting, or get a pocket Wi-Fi, which it sounds nice. Yeah, it sounds nice, but like most things, it's like it has its pros and its cons. And for me, it just made more sense. Like, I'm already paying for a service. There's no need for me to pay on top of that more just so I can get some sort of like stronger connection to my phone.
And it wasn't weak. You just said it wasn't weak to start with.
It wasn't. When I went to Japan and when I went to Mexico, again, not the fastest, but it was usable, at least for my needs. Now, maybe your needs are a little different. Maybe you're trying to render 4K videos on your M1, MacBook, right? Air. That's not me. I'm not trying to do any of that. I was just trying to take a picture, upload it onto Instagram, and tag things and people and hashtag.
You're not uploading, the latest video of LTS, and uploading it to the to YouTube.
Well, not yet. Not yet. We're working on that.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Yeah. So I don't know. What about you guys? When you guys have gone out of the country, what has your experience shown you as far as, like, do you opt for buying a SIM card over there, or do you guys actually what's it called, get a pocket Wi-Fi, or do you have Wi-Fi where you stay at?
Well, for me, it's basically buying the SIM cards. But the last time that problem ever came up, we had that service that we paid for. Just turn off your phone, turn it on. Like, back in the day, you still had to do a power cycle, if you will, and it would kick on.
Okay.
But it just doing, the essentials of calling, and probably looking up some stuff, looking up using our search engine. But it wasn't, I didn't use it that much at all. So it came in handy, but a pocket Wi-Fi for like watching stuff on Crunchyroll or Netflix or stuff like that, I feel like that would come in more handy, right? Jose?
For what?
For consuming content like your classic YouTube stuff or watching videos, a pocket Wi-Fi could always come in better than the data if it's spotty.
I guess. But you know, it's probably better if you have like a Wi-Fi connection nearby.
If it's spotty. Just the concept of reliability, but again, just for the light social media and stuff like that, no question about it. You're better off using the service, the data roaming, the international data roaming. But fortunately, a lot of the carriers have a lot of contracts with Canada and Mexico that it kicks in without any issue. But then going to Japan, Alan just said it kicked in like it's no big deal. So there you go. We got the source right here, the reference that happened to him individually, as in his life. So it kicks in like no problems in the Alan, right?
Yeah. Again, I mean, your mileage may vary, but depending on what type of provider,
we're not going to say our providers because we're not sponsored.
Right. So yeah, definitely.
Unless.
And the ability of having a pocket Wi-Fi for me in my head right now, in my current situation, would be for, again, like I said, like rendering, uploading big chunks of data, because you're gonna eat through your data, your phone data, like that.
Big chunks,
again.
But it's a use a case by case basis.
For me personally, bro, because I pay for unlimited. So I have an unlimited plan. When I got over to either Mexico or Japan, like that still was part of the plan. I had unlimited calls, unlimited texting, and unlimited
the top
internet.
of the line. Yeah,
so I had all three unlimited.
The better ingredients.
I didn't really worry about going over better pizza.
He
doesn't know.
I wanted to say the last part, but we're not sponsored.
Better pizza, better.
Say it.
Little Caesars. Anyways,
no, share him the link.
There's a meme out there with that's not with it's like he's like better. Well, I don't want to say it here because it's kind of.
I'll bleep it.
Yeah. No. We'll talk about it after the after show.
The after show.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But it's just funny, man. But still, at the same time,
I get it.
It's just
I was
the
just
US is
tell
pretty
you.
good connected in that sense with obviously Japan, and Mexico.
Then there's Korea.
But we don't have. Well, I don't know the coverage there.
Again, because I had the unlimited plan, like it translated to the same thing when I was overseas, wherever I was. And again, your mileage may vary because I don't know. A lot of people have caps on how many gigabytes or whatever the case is on on your minutes on your talk or how much you text. I don't have such problems, thankfully. Not for anything else, but like I don't like if I have to dish out a little extra money to get unlimited, I will, just because I know that if for whatever reason I get capped and I'm not able to, send a text message or be able to call, that's a problem for me. So that's why I do what I do.
And now I feel like that's a good moment to, slide into the anime. What do you guys think?
Anime?
Ready? Can I
hear anime?
Can I push the button?
Yeah.
What button?
One more thing.
Ladies and
Yare does it.
to the
Yare does it.
Like you cut, G.
It's anime time. What do you guys want to talk about?
The anime of You Stole Me My Money.
Right. But what about Overlord?
Oh, I haven't. Oh, I should watch that. This should be a good thing to do.
You should be watching. Have you guys
There's been like a lot of opinions about the Dragon Ball Z movie here in the US, hasn't there?
Well, I mean, I think I said that the last time we were on.
No, but that's in Japan.
Well, no, I even said it in America and here in the States.
America?
America. What's it called? It did great. It's probably, I think right now, like the highest grossing, at least week, like for opening weekend.
For anime,
Right?
yeah.
It did wonders. I don't know how it is now, but over here in the States, they loved it.
Is it because it's not like that? Like it's not like, I want to say like a art house kind of stuff. Like, oh, it's too blocky. The animation's not there, and not to snuff. Do you think like the American viewers don't mind that?
I think because I think there's a lot of people here that like Gohan, and I wanted to keep the story of like Gohan is the main character now again, and it gave this movie gave him basically a comeback.
Don't call it a comeback story.
It's a comeback story.
Oh,
but like I with the movie included and like even the new chapters of the manga, it's like bruh, everybody just suddenly is catching up to Goku and Vegeta. It's like Gohan for some reason is up there with Goku and Vegeta. Frieza somehow beat them.
he's a family man.
Piccolo is up there now too. Broly, demolished them in blue. It's
And
like,
he's-
bruh, it's like, so like these guys are training here, but everybody here just do a little 1-2, and they somehow are strong, if not stronger than them.
Wait,
It's like they have to like, at least for the next forms they bring out for Goku and Vegeta, they have to have like a definitive like, yes, this is it. They are like leaps and bounds beyond everyone. However they do it, because like when was the last time you see that like Goku Vegeta like solidified a win, a W? It's like it's been a while now. Like
it wouldn't be a movie if
I think like the last time you saw Goku have like he demolished his opponent was, I think, in Namek with Frieza, where he absolutely demolished. He left the guy in half.
he split him in twain.
He was a half of a man. He was half of a being, whatever he is, at the end of the Namek fight.
Which one? With the guy that can do the frog that jumped into his body?
No,
and everything?
remember Frieza? Frieza was literally half of a person.
Oh, but he had a comeback story.
Like he was missing an arm. He was missing the lower torso. Like that was the last time we see that Goku definitively won.
Yeah, that was
like
after he got hit by his own Destructo Disc thing, right?
Yeah.
But it wasn't even because of Goku.
No,
what
but
are you
like
talking
Goku
about?
got him to the state of that. Like at the end when he tried to
He
strike
tried to be
him in the
sneaky
back.
and it worked against him.
Yeah, he's like,
He
you
got his
just
just desserts.
that's when like they come in and say, "You fool!" And he's like, "Oh no!" And then that's where you get the squished up Frieza. It's like even like that. That was the last time you saw Goku had like a definitive yes, he won. There is no argument. Be like, Frieza could have done this. Like, nah, he won. It's like there is nothing Frieza could do. He tried to be the scum that he is and hit him in the back when his back is turned.
Just
like,
win,
yeah,
Right.
right.
I mean, he also had, that was the last one. Yeah. I
Yeah,
guess.
because like afterwards, Gohan won the one with Cell, and then with Boo, like it was Goku couldn't beat Boo by himself. He had the help of everyone else. It's like that was a good story, but like
Let's be
where's
real.
where's a definitive W? And then with Super, we had Super
17
Saiyan God.
Yeah.
Starting out with the Resurrection F, but we learned that Super Saiyan God ain't nothing. Beerus was just leaps and bounds beyond. And then with the Resurrection F, they almost lost if it wasn't for Whis.
Yeah.
And what else?
Redo.
Yeah. And then like, what else? What was after that? I think it was Black, Goku Black.
Noir.
No, Black.
Noir.
Braku.
Oh. Oh.
They had to whip out Zeno to finish him off in the anime. I forgot how they did in the manga. I know they did it differently. And like the tournament power, like it wasn't like Goku was very much like didn't give it his all. He wasn't like some reason, for at least like in some people's eyes, including mine, Goku was still holding back in Ultra Instinct, maybe because of inexperience. But like, he was playing around too much. He could have like literally just, just ended the battle.
But Sarge,
So it's like it's been a minute since we saw, a definitive win like he did in Namek, and it's like we need that. That solidified that there's no argument Goku was stronger at that moment, or even Vegeta too, because Vegeta has never had one. Now I think about it.
And thinking about it, Goku only had one, I guess you can call it one power up to go to Super Saiyan, where Frieza had multiple types of transformations.
From the start, right? Him in the pod, him going Longhorns, and then from him going to
long head.
Yeah. Hey.
Looking
big head.
Yeah,
no,
big
but I think
looking.
it's how can I put it? I think this is a good Father's Day movie you can go with the kiddos and watch, Gohan and his dad.
Like the Space Jam movie.
Piccolo.
Yeah, Piccolo's, be real. Piccolo acted more of a father figure to Gohan than Goku ever did.
Dang.
Yeah. I mean, I give him props that like Universe 7 now looks more stacked more than ever.
Well, okay.
Because they have Goku and Vegeta with their Ultra Instinct and Ultra Ego. Gohan with his Beast form. Frieza with his Black form.
His Noir form.
Piccolo with his like weird golden form. And then Broly.
Yes.
Piccolo Gold.
And then we could probably add in Android 17 and 18.
And Boo.
True.
And Boo with his super skinny form.
Oh, what?
And Master Roshi.
No, I don't think he's coming back. That's 10.
What about Krillin?
No,
My man is the best.
My man Krillin staying back home.
Isn't Krillin the strongest human in the verse?
Yeah. But I don't mean anything anymore.
Yeah. No human representation.
Yeah.
Imagine. I bet people are gonna start, having
Gohan's half, I guess, right?
I guess,
Half human, yeah.
But I bet that they're gonna be saying that in protests. No human representation. No human representation.
But for what?
I know. Maybe just chatting shit here.
That would have already happened, Marcos.
Really?
Yeah, that would have already happened if that was the case.
I guess. No, and I guess, yeah. I got nothing.
I think what I'm more excited about is just Bleach coming. What, next month now?
Bleach.
To Disney Plus.
Is it coming on Disney Plus now? Because I know we said that they bought them. They bought the rights.
I'm pretty
and the
sure.
handlings.
Pretty sure. I think I saw. I think I sent you guys on the group chat. I think it was the opening though. I think it was James Hansen that
Opening
was announcing.
What?
Yes.
I like to call you James Handsome.
Also, I did send 2 videos on the coffee thing we were talking about earlier, about the salt, and then also about the milk.
The pepper.
Yes. Pretty sure I sent you something else besides that. I just don't remember. Yeah. Pretty sure those were the 2 things.
I'm checking right now. Where is the Bleach anime releasing real quick?
In your heart, sir.
In our hearts, yes, of course. But I'm checking like online. What's the medium? The Bleach 1,000-Year War, Blood War.
He's trying to look back on the receipts.
Hypebeast.com.
Hypebeast.com. There. Exactly. That's exactly where you're gonna find it.
He's like, stay thirsty, my friends.
Stay dangerous, mis amigos.
The Bleach 1,000-Year War will be released in TV Tokyo October 10th. A special advanced screening in the first 2 episodes of the upcoming series will also happen in Tokyo September 11th. Today?
I think. No, tomorrow.
No, September 10th. Oh, yeah. Whoops.
10th
Yeah.
or 11th?
September 11th. Yeah.
I mean, technically it'll be today because, they're a day ahead.
Yep.
You
Aren't they
doubt
gonna
it.
do like?
You doubt it.
Aren't they
man.
gonna do like what's it called? A release or I'm sorry, an official showing in New York Comic Con or
Yeah, I think so.
or
Check.
Anime Expo or
Yeah. Check
what's
the
it called?
comments. Check the comments. No disrespect, but when I was
When I was a
no
young
disrespect
boy.
to Bleach, but when I was a kid, this was the first anime I dropped.
Damn.
Yo.
Who said
They trying to
such
disrespect
craziness?
Aside from Goku, my boy Ichigo might have the most plot armor I've ever seen. Yo, these guys are roasting the entire Bleach story. I'll share it to you guys.
It would be funny if it were true, but it's not.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is just their opinions. They're okay to being wrong. They're entitled to being wrong.
At least.
Of course.
But yeah, so are you guys? If you don't have Disney already, are you gonna watch Disney? Are you gonna buy and subscribe to the
guess.
Disney
I mean, yeah.
Yep.
No, not really.
just for Bleach?
Do my says special subscription box.
Is Verve still gonna be a thing?
I
I
think it's
don't
still a
even
thing,
know
isn't it?
anymore.
Like probably browse. Like for example, yesterday I was talking to Jose, and he called me right exactly when I started
You were?
watching Top Gun, right? And he's like, "What, Jose?"
Wait,
The
who are
new
you talking
one?
to?
Yeah, the new one, Maverick. This is good, guys.
Is that the new one?
It's good, yeah.
Oh yeah, it is the new one. Where'd you watch it?
I told you. I'm not gonna say it
Oh.
because hashtag not sponsored. Google TV.
What is it like in the movie theater online?
Online, Google
There you
TV. Whatever. Yeah, it was good. It was good. But whatchamacallit, that's not anime. Anyways, so what else? Again, Overlord is dominating my soul right now. What else?
Oh no.
Einzulgon for the win.
Okay. Have you seen Don Machi, by the way?
Cool.
Is it dubbed?
No.
Exactly.
No.
I ain't watch it until it's dubbed, whoever that might be. Oh, good luck watching it then. Because
I don't think I have either.
what dub
No, Don Machi.
at all?
No.
I think that's the text message I shared. But yeah, for me personally, it's not that I'm being biased, but I do watch sub because that's how I'm watching Overlord. But again, dub is just my thing right now. Like whatchamacallit, The Devil's a Part-Timer. That one's also pretty good dubbed.
You know what I'm watching not dubbed?
Obviously, any anime.
Vermil and Gold.
Gold?
Oh yes.
How
yes.
is that one? How's that one?
It's alright. It's pretty good. I wish it was on Crunchyroll though.
Are you sailing the high seas?
Yes.
Oh,
I am the high seas.
you are.
And bees.
I am the One Piece.
And I carry my 2-piece.
With
Hey,
3
yeah.
pieces of bacon.
Yes.
Delicious.
But what are you watching, Alan?
A little bit of everything. So Danmachi,
Is that
Vermilion
season 4?
Gold. Yeah. What's it called? This other one that the one we were speaking about where dude gets isekai and becomes a pharmacist.
Oh, not the
Oh,
uncle
yeah.
one. Not the uncle one, right?
Oh, the uncle one has been having problems. It's been getting delayed. And a lot of people are very concerned about that. So I was watching the video from Chibi Reviews, and he also, voices concerns about the postponing of the newer episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, if you guys want to research that, definitely do. But yeah, I still need to start watching the latest of Overlord, but I will get to that as soon as possible. I've also been watching this. I forgot the name of the show. we were talking about it last recording as well.
Mm-hmm.
As far as like the new season goes, yeah, like I've been trying to watch a little bit of everything, just to give it a chance, a shot, to see if I enjoy it. But again, I mean, up till now, I think Josue said it best last recording. It's not the best, what's it called, season, or the best shows this season, but hey, it's keeping me entertained. So
You should be watching.
right, and then hopefully next season will be a lot better for the selection. But again, nothing against the shows that have come out. There's really like enticing ones, maybe not
To
very
you.
like, yeah, it's not the, again, it's not like,
it's not their fault
yeah, I mean,
for being
we're
made.
still, I think we're still getting through the hiccup of what happened in the pandemic. We're still just seeing like people revving up their engines to getting stuff made.
Just the
and
world in
it's-
general, yeah.
Yeah, and I guess other companies throwing their hats in the ring of what they can pick up as far as like IPs to actually air on their platforms also has a lot to do with it. Now we're seeing a lot of Netflix and Disney getting into the space for and contending with Crunchyroll or in this case Sony, so they can actually show these shows on their platforms. Not to mention Amazon probably doing something similar at some point. And yeah, so it's exciting, but at the same time kind of troubling because everybody is on their different schedule and page of how they go about presenting these shows, how much money they're throwing at it as well. So I don't know. It's going to be weird for
it's gonna be
for the
exciting.
end of the year. Yeah, well, I hope so.
It's their job to make it exciting for us, to entice us, to keep us going back to them.
That's true. It's true. What about you guys? Any new shows that you've been watching that you're like, yo, this is great, or oh, you know what, I'm gonna pass.
Me, again, I'm doing my occasional watching of the other stuff that I was sharing from the other YouTuber content creator, and from anime wise, Overlord right now is part of my soul right now. If I'm watching anime, I'm rewatching Overlord. It sounds bad, but it just calls to me. I want to watch these episodes again.
You should be watching.
I know, and I am, but I should be watching more, and I understand that I should be watching more, but it just feels right. It just feels right.
Nah, yeah, for me, it's just been One Piece.
Oh, so you don't even feel bad about just watching one show?
No.
Oh, no.
I mean, I'm watching, like I said, Rimmel and Gold, sort of. It's the Pharmacist one, Black Summoner.
I think it's pretty good.
Yeah. And that's it. I rent a girlfriend every now and then when I'm bored.
Or free, no?
Or free. I remember that it comes out.
Yeah. No, for me, it's like I know it's already out. It's there for me to consume. Just open the app and rewatch that favorite episodes.
And then some.
But it just hits different, man. Don't blame me. You know, it's their fault for being so good, so enticing.
And with that, I have an award here for this season of most mid-season of them all.
Go for it.
No, that was it.
Oh,
That was it.
It's so mid that that's all they get. It's so
Very cool.
okay. This is very much a passing by season.
so last year we were
In my
still having
eyes.
the hype of. So what you're saying right now, the entire companies are still, revving up the engines to a pre-pandemic
I hope
status. Hopefully, us talking about it. It's just
Potentially.
speculation at the end of the day.
so. Possibly.
Mm-hmm. But so this is just remnant, an observation of how a ripple effect of the pandemic in that industry, if you will, right, Alan?
I think so. I'm not sure, but if there's been, talk about not just talk, but actual postponements of certain shows, like the Oji-san one that I really enjoy, but it's getting postponed, and it's a Netflix show
Exclusive.
right now, exclusive. So it kind of just makes me wonder how, if shows for next season, like the Bleach one, how it's going to affect that one, or Chainsaw Man, how that's going to be affected if postponements like this happen. I was just listening to a YouTube video about how I think it was for Neverworld, explaining about how the creator of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, now he's actually, taking it upon himself to getting help to actually move forward with the Hunter x Hunter franchise, and writing and drawing, and it for any creator to actually ask for help and let other people, help with their in this aspect of his life's work, right? And something so intimate like his art. It's really difficult to let a little bit loose, or let the reins go of what you're doing, of your art. It's very difficult because you want to be in control and you want to have the maximum say on your art, because it's ultimately a reflection of you, right? So it's difficult to let go a little bit and have other people help you. But if he wants to actually finish it and accomplish it, he's going to need it. And he's been doing just that. And hopefully for this year coming up, we get more Hunter x Hunter, which ultimately might translate to an anime adaptation of whatever's left. We can also see that Vinland Saga is going to end at some point. So a lot of shows are ending and a lot of new shows are coming up. One of the newer things about Shonen Jump magazine is that they're maybe not getting rid per se of shonen type of IPs, but they are adding certain type of genres that aren't very shonen like into their magazine, which is good because they're probably wanted to diversify their catalog, but at the same time they're giving the axe to a lot of shows that have potential. But again, that's how they roll, and that's their business.
Literally.
Literally. But again, I think in the coming months, especially for this season coming up, and the next one for next year, and even into the spring season, we're gonna hopefully see things go back into order. But again, these postponements are a little worrisome. Certain mangakas trying their hand at creating newer or continuations of their shows, and what these companies ultimately are going to do, and how much money they're willing to pay to actually buy the licensing rights to put these shows onto their platforms. It's going to be very interesting to see in this coming year for 2023. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think there are going to be postponements? Also, Ari Frueta is getting a third season, I believe.
Ari Fureta.
Yeah.
Season 1, them, getting themselves to know each other and his underdog story. Season 3, no, season 2. Season 2.
He skipped season 2.
He's with the squad doing their adventures.
The harem.
the squad around
The
town.
harem. Plus the little mermaid girl.
Plus the squad.
More so the Little Mermaid girl's mom, right?
Well, come on, come on back, guys. And like she should work in Hooters, no?
Wait, what?
What?
No, but like
mom.
Mushoku Tensei also is something that I'm really looking forward to if they end up coming out with another season.
Hooters, the anime.
I think what In Another World with My Smartphone, I think is getting another season at some point.
Yeah, I think next season.
Yeah, so I mean, again, these are the things that are kind of troublesome. Like these are the shows that
These
you
are
maybe
mid,
not
lower mid.
Yeah, maybe you don't want these shows. I want more of a
Oh, wait, no.
Mushoku
Sorry, next
Tensei.
year.
What?
Oh, there you go.
Next year is In
Next.
Another World with My Smartphone.
In Q1,
Right.
basically.
Maybe people are all probably clamoring more for like a High School DxD more than Miss Your Cell Phone.
I think this is an observation
Oh yeah,
of the
also Miss
generations.
Nagatoro.
Yes. That one I
yeah.
mean, to each their own there. But this is an
I think
observation. The generations of
Uzaki-chan.
people. Amen. There you go. What I'm saying is that this is the demographics of people they're observing. Oh, this is the generation of people that were watching these shows back in the day, and can be most likely international. Can be absorbing, consuming the content that they jumped into anime with. Because remember, is SAO still going, or did it finish already this season? The last season.
I think
Alicization?
yeah, I think that one ended on a kind of like a cliffhanger.
Dang it! So there's still okay. There's still room. Okay, I thought it was the
Because
definitive.
There's still more story, and
Yeah.
it left on a cliffhanger where they kind of go back to the digital world, to where Alice
With their smartphone?
originally come from,
Or with
right,
Digimon,
like
or with their digital monsters.
right?
Yeah.
Digimon,
the
like
champions.
And instead of having like knights and swords and stuff of that
And
nature,
guns.
right? Now they kind of
Gundam?
went into almost like a
Elves.
Gundam, like space type of situation,
space
Star
opera.
Wars. Yeah, and it was really weird, but at the same time, it was kind of interesting to see that.
So they're like the Madonna of anime. They do swords. They do guns. They
Guns.
do
And now
elves.
Gundam.
And now Gundam.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
They're
What do you
like
mean
in
they do elves?
they're like in the what is this, pixie or spriggans, all those things. What are those, elves? No, fairies. They're fairies.
Yeah,
right?
they're fairies, right?
I thought they were elves. I don't know why. So this, I feel like, again, besides obviously One Piece, like it or hate it, mainly liked here. It's stayed consistent with its genre. Like, it's not only a shonen, but it stayed, with the concept of being in a ship and doing that adventure towards the One Piece. Meanwhile, SAO has jumped, still in the digital world, but still jumped, or something to do digital, in the concept of high fantasy, high tech or ish with the guns, and with the high fantasy again with the what would you call them, fairies, and now high tech again with the guns.
But do you know the way?
I don't have an idea of the way. I just down for the ride.
Well, I think that was one of the main issues that people had with SAO, because they felt that the little I guess you can say adventure and risk type of storyline that SAO started with,
you die for real.
yeah, it was really good, but then they started mixing that rom-com into the actual mix, which for a lot of people was very off-putting, because it's like, hey, I thought this was like an action death game, and it kind of became that was the
Season 1.
part B. No, that was like the part B, and then the actual show was just Kirito rom-comming it with Asuna and having a
And the
bunch
squad.
of girls, trying to get at him,
Mhm.
and it kind of lost its like essence or purpose of what the show was really about.
It pulled
So, I
a
think-
different group of people with that kind of
Right,
source.
and because of that criticism, I think that's why the creator kind of went a different direction on the second part, or the next light novel that he wrote for SAO. And this is why we get like a Gun Gale Online part
but
to
still
the
with
to
the
the
girls.
show. Well, not
He didn't
not
forget
so-
about that.
Well, not so much because he did implement a lot of like gamer type of aspects to it that would hopefully appeal to more people. Again, when they did the movie, right, Ordinal Scale, it was very much augmented reality that kind of
Another
tied in.
demographic of people.
Yeah, kind of tied into the actual the main story or main canon of the story, which some people liked, some people didn't. I mean, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed all seasons, really. I think the only one that I didn't really like was when was probably one of the more not celebrated, but the more enjoyable ones for a lot of people was when it had nothing to do really with the main characters, and it was like
The little girl, right? Pikachu?
Yeah.
Hey, Choo-Choo?
Which was a really I enjoyed it, but it wasn't like I didn't really gravitate towards that one too much. I thought Alicization was like the last season was one of like my favorite ones just because it kind of tied up loose ends. Like you had a definitive, Kirito really loves Asuna and vice versa. And even
they had a digital child together.
Right, Yui, right? So I thought it was really good because it did flesh out like the character development of like friendships and stuff with different people, and it kind of answered certain questions.
Yeah, the squad.
Right, so I thought it was really good. It probably a lot of people might differ from my point of view, but I thought it was really good.
That's okay, man. Don't worry. Each one's entitled to their own opinion.
And thank you, bro. Appreciate that. If they do plan on making another season based on whatever other material they have, or source material that they have, great, I'll watch it. That's not a problem, as long as Lisa is singing in the intro.
Take my money.
I'm with it, so yeah, I think that's really cool. As far as like other shows that could potentially be as big as an SAO, I think I don't know, like a Mashoko Tensei, I really see as something that could be on that scale or bigger, maybe, because the story is just that
it's just well built, man. Good. It's really
it's
good.
Well written. I mean, I think there's other stories that could be the One Punch Man one. I'm pretty hyped about because it has a potential of being really great, like transition from the manga to actual animation. So I'm really looking forward. I don't know who's doing the animation for this next season, but I hope it's good. Again, it's up in the air. I don't know which studio, Bones, Madhouse. I don't know. Ufotable. I have no idea. But
Now, as a person that consumes content and makes their business out of said consumed content, that's another beauty about anime. We can criticize and talk about it, chat all we want about it, but that's the thing. That's the point of the more we consume, the more we can commentate about it, the more we can criticize it, the more you can even though we're not agreeing with their opinions that the choices they took, but they still took them, you know what I'm saying? And we get to enjoy just that entire process of criticizing, watching. And some people even make it into a business, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Hopefully.
What, the business?
The business.
I never asked you guys, what you guys think about the Apple Watch and the earbuds?
It's not
Marcos, I asked you to. They're okay. They have I think like a pro version of the watch.
Really? That too?
Yeah.
Of course,
That's
it's
wild.
Apple.
Let me see if I can whip it out.
But it's the same thing for Samsung, by that matter. But there's subcategories. Still, it's an Apple product. I'm not against them, but it doesn't.
I see what you're saying.
Call to me.
Yeah.
It doesn't call to me just yet. The concept of the smartwatch in general is a nice something interesting, but still not needed in my situation, or a pleasure that I'd like to indulge. Just yet.
That makes sense.
Just yet,
So yeah, they have. So real quick, they have temperature sensing, advanced health features like take an ECG anytime, measure your blood oxygen level with a sensor and app, They have the same crash detection as the iPhones have. They have an enhanced workout app, and that's about
Life
it.
alert button.
Basically.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the new.
Okay, that's something that you can give it to the elderly. Here.
Oh,
here,
sorry,
Mom.
it's not called Pro. It's called Ultra.
And does it go beyond? Plus.
Is that if we're saying God?
Yes.
Maybe.
There should be some branding there with All Might Plus Ultra.
It's like a bigger version of the regular watch.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it might be more like fitness centered. So it's about all I see. But yeah, with that note, Marcos,
Yes.
want to call it
Call who?
the one?
The one.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him right now. Just watch. Just watch me. No. I was about to call you, Jose. No, I shouldn't.
Bro, I'd be like, hello, is it me you're looking for?
No. So I think this is a good part to call it, guys. Thank you for listening in, everyone, to wherever you guys are. Good evening, good day, good morning,
Good afternoon.
good afternoon. Hello.
Good evening.
Goodbye. But this is Marco signing out, okay? Thank you for joining us on this segment of the LTS podcast. With me again is Alan and Mr. J.
Bye-bye.
Good night.
Good night.
And please follow us on all the social medias. May that be through Instagram,
Absolutely.
YouTube,
Twitter.
we're putting in the shorts, the YouTube shorts, Instagram shorts, on all those places,
And the big boy shorts.
And any question, guys, that you'd like to post for the public.
Please send us a letter.
Yes. Follow us on IG, where we try to upload as often as possible. Please get at us, message us.
Love us if you must.
Are you
Yes.
a Sword Art Online stand? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Or are you a Overlord stand? Does Overlord dominate your anime consumption right now?
No, not really. I think Danmachi right now is one of my.
Danmachi or Overlord? You decide.
Oh, I don't know. It really depends what type of mood I'm in. But yeah,
I'm gonna make a poll. That's I'm gonna put two. Danmachi, Overlord. What's another one you guys would want me to put?
the Vermilion Gold.
Vermilion Gold? Okay.
Yeah.
Vermilion Gold? Okay. So I'm going to put those three and let's see which one's more popular. Same
We'll
thing on
see.
Twitter, guys. I'm going to put that poll. And yeah, this is Marcos signing out. Have a good time.
Good night.
Good
Peace.
night. Peace.